All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that's, well, it's super common, but we almost never give it a name. It's that strange, kind of awkward tension you feel with old friends when you start to change, when you start to grow. So let's dive in.
I mean, have you ever been there? You're all excited about something new in your life. Maybe a new hobby, or you're setting a new boundary, or just seeing the world differently, and you share it, and crickets. Or worse, you get hit with something like, oh, I miss the old you, or man, remember when you used to be more fun? Ugh, it's so confusing, and honestly, it can really sting.
Okay, so first things first, you are not imagining this. That feeling is real. It's actually a totally normal part of personal growth. You could just call it growing pains, right? That's what it feels like.
You know, it's one of those hard truths, isn't it? When you change, it's not just about you. It's like dropping a stone in a pond. It creates ripples that touch everything, especially your friendships. The very ground your relationships were built on, that shared sense of who you all were, suddenly, it starts to shift.
And suddenly it can feel like you're speaking a completely different language. You're trying to talk about this amazing book you read, or a new way you're approaching things, and you just get blank stares, or they change the subject. The old inside jokes don't quite land anymore. The conversations feel small. It's this deep, weird feeling of being disconnected from people you used to feel so close to. So what is going on here? What's the deal? Well, this whole thing actually has a name. And sometimes just being able to name a feeling, man, that's half the battle right there. It gives you some power over it.
It's called identity stagnation. And listen, the most important word in that definition is unconsciously. This usually isn't your friends trying to be jerks. They're not being malicious. They're just reacting. They're trying to pull things back to the way they were, back to what was comfortable and predictable for everyone.
And if you look at it this way, it makes so much sense. The old you was easy, predictable, familiar. It's like you were all in a play together and everyone knew their lines. But the person you're becoming now? Whoa. You're starting to write your own script. You're going off book. And that's challenging because it forces everyone else to figure out what their lines are now too.
So that leads to the big question, right? Why? Why does this happen? Why do the people who are supposed to be cheering us on sometimes feel more like they're trying to pull us back? Well, there are a few big reasons. For one, people just love what's familiar. It's comfortable. Also, and this is a big one, your change can sometimes feel like you're judging their choices, even if you're not. It can also totally mess up the group dynamic. Like, if you were always the wild one and now you're not, it throws the whole system off. And, sometimes it's just really simple. They might just genuinely miss the person they made all those memories with.
And that's really the key thing to remember. Most of the time, they aren't trying to hurt you. They're trying to hold on to you. From where they're standing, it feels like they're trying to save the friendship because they're scared that as you change, you're going to leave them behind.
Okay, so we get what it is, and we kind of get why it happens. But let's be real. Dealing with this constant pull backwards is just draining. It's exhausting. But here's where we're going to flip the script. We're going to look at that feeling in a completely new way.
And yeah, it absolutely is exhausting. It feels like you're constantly swimming upstream, just using up all this energy to show up as yourself when everyone's expecting someone else. It can even make you start to wonder, am I the one who's wrong here? Should I just stop?
But what if that exhaustion isn't a bad sign? What if it's not telling you you're doing something wrong? What if it's actually a signal that you are doing something profoundly right?
This is the big idea right here. Your exhaustion is a signal of growth. Think about it. That tired feeling is actual, tangible proof that you're not that person anymore. It's evidence. The very fact that it takes effort to act like your old self means you've changed. That struggle, that's the proof.
I love this way of putting it. It's like the friction burn of you becoming you. That resistance, that exhaustion, it's not a bug in the system. It's a feature of transformation. It's the heat that gets generated when you're shedding an old skin.
So, okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what do you actually do with this information? How do you handle things when you're in the moment, feeling that pull?
Okay, 3 simple steps. First, just acknowledge what's happening. See that friction and name it. Don't see it as a failure. See it as evidence that you're evolving. Second, reframe it right then and there. When you feel that pull to go back to who you were, just tell yourself, this feeling, this is a signal of my growth. And number 3, this one's tough, but it's crucial. Stop performing the old you. It's so easy to just slip back into that role to make things less awkward, but you've got to lead with a new script. You have to show them who you are now.
And here's the thing, the friends who are really truly your friends,
They might struggle with it for a bit, it might be awkward, but eventually they'll want to meet the person you're actually becoming. They'll make the effort.
Because at the end of the day, your evolution is not up for negotiation. It's not something you can put on hold for other people. So the real question isn't, should I change? The real question is, who gets to come with you on the journey?